Welcome to this Yin Yoga practice for Beltane. So today you're just going to need a couple of blocks and a couple of blankets as well. So sitting on your blanket, just roll it up a few times so that you can come into a comfortable seat, just allowing the legs to cross, and the shoulders to drop down the back, the hands just rest on the knees and the eyes close. So first of all, just beginning to center yourself. Drawing the breath in and exhaling really nice and long. Just finding this beautiful point of stillness. You're aware of the room, aware of your surroundings, but most importantly, you're present here in your body and on your mat. Just continuing to breathe, taking the breath in, exhaling nice and long. This is a wonderful practice just to help you celebrate Beltane. It is a celebration of fertility, abundance, new beginnings. And this simple yoga sequence is just going to help you connect to that energy within yourself. So just allow yourself to focus on the qualities of fertility, abundance, and new beginnings. Allow yourself to connect with the energy of the season. And you can even visualize your intentions for the coming months. And just begin now to invite that energy of growth and renewal into your practice. And just begin to drop that right ear down towards the right shoulder. You can take the hands up and over and rest it on the left ear just to draw the ear a little bit closer down to the shoulder and stretch a bit more into the left side of the neck. Breathe and steadily there. Use the hand to draw the head back up through the center. And then you're going to go to the other side. So this time left hand rests on right ear, left ear falls towards the left shoulder. And again, just feeling that very gentle stretch on the right side of the neck this time, and breathing into that space. And draw the head back up through to center. This time interlace the fingers, bring the thumbs just at the base of the skull where the bone is, and just gently let the hands draw the chin in towards the chest as the elbows drop down and forward. A gentle pressure, don't pull, really nice and gentle. And again, just breathe in this time into the back of the neck, feeling that stretch. And slowly now start to lift the head back, lifting the elbows up, opening up through the chest, taking an inhale breath here. Keeping the fingers interlaced, begin to reach them up towards the ceiling. Take a big reach and stretch up before twisting round to the right. The right hand supports the spine by placing the hand to the floor. Then inhale back through the center, reach up, and exhale, twist round to the left. Keeping the pelvis rooted. Inhale again back through to center, one more reach up, and exhale, hands come down into prayer. And again, just setting your intention for your practice. Visualizing fertility and abundance and renewal. Release the hands down. And the first pose that we're going to come into today is butterfly pose. So keeping seated on your blanket, you're just going to bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall out to the side. You can use some blocks underneath the thighs just to help you here, just to support the inner groins. And then just allow yourself to come down and forward. If you need a prop for the head, you can use a block or a bolster, but otherwise, just rest in here in butterfly. Eyes closed, breath is steady, body deeply relaxed. You might begin to feel a little bit of tension as time goes on across the lower portion of the back, potentially a little tension on the inner groins, but just allowing the body to deeply relax and deeply rest. Okay, just taking one last breath before finding your way up to your seat, taking your time, taking a big breath as you come to the top, a big exhale before tucking the pelvis under, releasing the knees up, put your blocks to the side, and then we're going to slowly find our way into windshield wipers, so just taking the feet as wide as the mat and gently roll in the knees right and left, just to ease the hips out. Okay, we're going to tuck the feet under now, and then we're going to start to prep ourselves to come into dragon pose. So you're going to take the blanket and place it underneath the right knee, and then begin to step the left leg forward, coming into dragon. So you can roll to the outside of that left foot. You can use a block underneath the hands to support you, keeping the arms nice and straight, just so that you can sort of relax into the joints a bit on the arms. Now, sometimes the wrist can get a little bit sore here, because of the weight. So just use whatever you can. Come onto fists, drop down onto the forearms, do whatever it is that helps you to stay in this quite challenging pose. And again, we can feel some compression around that left hip, as well as a lovely deep stretch in the front right hip. So again, settling down here, relaxing yourself into it, and breathing steady. Anytime it becomes too intense or too much, really let the breath exhale out through the mouth, like sigh it out, just to let it go. Just this last minute now, dropping down onto the forearms. And then slowly, hands come back down. We're just going to draw the hips back, just stretch out slightly through that left leg in a half split. And then you're going to find your way into downward facing dog. And just begin to wiggle and move your legs, move your hips, sway into the side of the body. Drop down to the knees and prepare yourself to come to the other side. So this time, blanket under left knee, right leg steps forward, and again coming into dragon pose. You can roll to the knife edge of that right foot if it feels good for the hip to do so. And again, staying here, keeping the breath moving, and trying not to fidget too much. And again, just dropping down to the forearms just for this final few breaths here. So it's just 1 more minute, so it's not too long. And then slowly starting to come back up onto the hands. Ease your bum back, find your dragon split. And then start to send the leg back into downward facing dog. And again, just starting to move and pedal through the legs. Just move about, shake it out as much as you need to. Shake the head out, the jaw. Again, when you're ready, dropping down to the knees. And then you're going to prepare yourself as we come into Sphinx. So placing your blanket this time underneath the hips. And you can have a block for your head to support the head. You're going to drop the hips forward. Feet are about the width of your mat. Elbows are directly below the shoulders or a little bit in front. And you're just allowing yourself to sink into the shoulders, allowing the whole of the body to deeply relax. Supporting the head if you need to, especially if you feel that pull and that tension on the back of the neck. If it becomes too intense, use a block underneath the forehead. And relax. Again, coming back into your intention for your practice, those visualizations. Remembering that we're using the practice to invite in the energy of growth and renewal. Now you've been here a little while, so I'm going to invite you to come up into seal pose. So bringing the hands directly below the shoulders, elbows are straight. You could even use a bolster or a couple of those blocks as well and just bring them underneath the forearms just to elevate the upper body a bit more. But otherwise just coming into full seal. Again, allowing the shoulders to creep up by the ears. If it becomes too intense, again on that lower portion of the back, just ease back down into Sphinx pose. We're only here for a couple of minutes. Okay, when you're ready, slowly start to ease your way down, all the way down. And you're going to come into half frog, so just taking the left knee out to the side, resting the forehead onto the forearms, and just relax in there. Taking the breath nice and deep into the belly, letting the lower portion of the back expand after that sensation of compression. And slowly come into the other side, right knee out to the side. You can turn the head to the right. And again, just breathe in nice and deep into the belly. Now just slowly start to find your way back into a closed-kneed child's pose. You can bring a block underneath the forehead just to keep the weight back in the hips, arms resting by your side. Slowly begin to ease your way up, and the next shape that we're going to be making is fish pose. So this time you're just going to put your blanket to the side. You could use the blanket over the block that's behind you. You can place the block lengthways and put it on a lower setting than I currently have it, and then take your second block, place it at the top. And when you lie back over the block is going to come in between the shoulder blades. Make sure it's not at the back of the neck, so you don't feel it on the big bone, the C7 at the back of the neck. And then just taking that second block to support the head. Allow your arms to just rest down by your side. It's really going to open the heart and the chest. And in fact, really that's what a lot of this practice is actually about. It's opening the heart and opening the throat, allowing new energies to come into the body. So this is actually a really great shape to use those visualizations and allow those visualizations of abundance, of renewal, of growth. Allow those sensations and feelings to really enter deep into the center of the heart space and all the way up to the throat. Just allowing the chest to expand. And you will start to feel the breath as well. It can feel a little bit more labored here. So see if you can just allow the breath to keep calm, really focusing on the length of the exhalations as you settle down. Generally, after a few minutes, I like to lift the arms up and above my head, but you can see how that feels for you. It does intensify the shape, If you begin to experience any tingling sensations through the fingers or the arms, then just bring the arms back down next to you. But otherwise, the choice is yours. Arms next to you or arms up and over. Now when you're ready, slowly starting to bring the feet to the mat, bend in the knees, and you're just going to gently roll over to either the left or the right side. Go to a side that feels comfortable for you. So you're rolling off your blocks now. Just bring them to the side and settle yourself down into a fetal position. Breathe in nice and deep into the upper portion of the back so you can feel the back in between the scapula begin to expand with the breath. And slowly start to come up to your seat. So from here, put in all the blocks to the side and just make sure they're still easy and you have them to hand. But just lie back and bring in the knees to the chest, a gentle rock on the spine. And then we're going to find our way into reclined bound angle, so reclined butterfly. And again, you can use those blocks on either side of the thighs just to help support the inner groins. Bring the hands onto the belly, shoulders relaxed, legs relaxed, and the eyes closed. Just bringing the hands to the backs of the thighs, gently draw the legs together, and then coming into windshield wipers, so just taking the feet nice and wide and letting the knees just fall left and right. Now we're going to keep the knees over to that right side. Bring the arms up and over and just turn the head to the left. Coming into a very, very gentle twist. And slowly come into the other side. Knees fall to the left, gaze falls to the right. Coming back through the center, hug the knees close to the chest. Little gentle rock on the spine again. And then you're going to prepare yourself for Shavasana. So just grab a blanket, cover yourself over. Get really nice and comfortable and cozy for the last few minutes of practice. We're going to be here for a good 10 minutes, so just lying on your back. And you might want to place a bolster or a pillow under your knees for support, but make sure that you're nice and cozy and you've got blanket over you, maybe a pillow at the back of the head. The arms just fall a little bit away from the body and the eyes close. As your body relaxes, you might just want to take a few deep breaths and just begin to scan through the body, starting from your toes, consciously beginning to relax each part of your body, moving up through your feet, legs, hips, torso, arms, hands, head, starting to feel the body completely and fully relax. The breath is becoming slow, smooth, Just beginning to notice the sensation of the breath moving in and out of your body. And as you begin to relax, just begin to visualize yourself surrounded by abundance. Imagine yourself in a field of flowers with the sun shining down and the scent of fresh blossoms filling the air. Imagine all of your desires manifesting effortlessly. Just begin to visualize a bright light at the center of your body, radiating out, down through the legs, out through the arms, out through the crown of the head, until the whole of the body is filled with this bright light. This is your inner power. Just allow yourself to feel empowered, connected to your own inner strength. And just gently repeat to yourself, I release all fears, doubts that hold me back, and step into my power and purpose. I release fears or doubts which have held me back. Now I step into my power and purpose. I release fears, doubts that have held me back, and now step into my power and my purpose. When you're ready, just beginning to come back to the present. Just taking a few deep breaths and gradually bringing your awareness fully back to your body. You might want to wiggle your fingers or your toes as you slowly start to open your eyes and start to take a big reach and stretch. If you, however, prefer to continue to lay and rest in your Shavasana, then please do so. If, however, you feel it's time to get yourself up, then slowly just take another big deep stretch and gently roll yourself over to the right side. And slowly come in up to your seat. And sitting cross-legged, just taking a big breath in. And then begin to rub the palms together, generating some heat in the center of the palms. Before you place the palms over the eyes. Again, nice big breath in. Big exhale out. And namaste. Enjoy, and thank you for practicing with me.